ways to tell our seals and sea lions apart and in the wild is that seals do not have external ears and sea lions do. Sea lions have little ear flaps called pennae. This is the same thing as your ear flaps. They're pennae, just like the pasta. And seals just have ear openings, which they can close when they go underwater. They can hear just fine.
Yeah.
That cute.
Now, another big difference between seals and sea lions are the size of their flippers. Sea lions have long flippers, and with those long flippers, they can kind of walk up on the shore with high five. They can walk up on the land, but seals can't use those little tiny short flippers, so they do that bouncing movement, as you saw right at your doing. They do that bouncing movement to get along on the sand and the shore, on land. And that type of movement has a wonderful name. Scientists have called it galumphing. Isn't that a wonderful word? Can you say that? Galumphing. Isn't that fun to say? And it's different for when they swim. The sea lions use those big flippers to push themselves through the water. But seals have to shimmy in the water like a fish. All right. Now, our keepers, they use individual symbols for each of the seals and sea lions. And this helps the seals and sea lions know who they are going to each time. Because if we get them imprinted on just one keeper, then when that keeper has to go on vacation or is not here at the zoo, then the seals and sea lions can go to another keeper. Now that behavior of jumping out of the water is a natural behavior. It is called porpoising, and they use it for a couple of different things. To see on land, to look for land predators before they go up on shore, and to sometimes get a nice big push as they go down to dive for fish. Sea lions can hold their breath for about 10 minutes. Seals can hold their breath for almost 30 minutes. Now, that's great, but the problem is, with our warming oceans, hey girl, yes, you're so beautiful. I don't have any food for you, you'll have to leave your keeper.
They're like they are. They're cute.
Yeah, torpedo. But because it's rising ocean temperatures, there's tiny shrimp called krill, and they like water that's very, very cold. So they are moving deeper in the ocean. And then the fish who eat those krill are having to go deeper, which is fine for fish. They don't mind swimming deeper because they don't need air. The problem is our seals and sea lions of the world cannot dive deeper because they can only have a certain amount of air. So as they go down under the water, they're having a harder time finding the fish. Now, why should we care here in Utah about these animals not being able to reach the fish? Well, one reason, they're wonderful animals and we're very interested in watching them and seeing them here. And these guys are really well taken care of. But unfortunately, some of the wild population are having trouble surviving. We do have one sea lion here who came from the wild, His name is Maverick. He is the smaller of our two sea lions, if you get a chance to see him. And when he was very young, he was found alone, and he had an eye injury. And you can see Diego back there in the very back on the pier. Oh. It looks like our keepers have taken the chance to go inside our seal keepers. But our Diego's keeper is still out here with us, so we'll continue to talk about Diego. Diego is our largest sea lion. He weighs about 700 pounds, give or take 100 pounds. Okay. And so as I was saying, the problem that the seals and sea lions are having affects us as well. It is what is causing the changes in our weather patterns. The ocean is like the heart of our weather. The warmer temperatures are causing different weather patterns. There's Diego up front for us now. And those weather patterns are changing. Some places are not getting enough water, and some places are getting too much water because of the movement of the currents and the warmth or the coldness of those currents. So we need to have ways to solve this issue. And it's bigger than one person can do. So that's why we're working as communities across the world. Here in Utah, we have one of the programs that lots of cities around the country are now starting to copy. That program is called Climate Positive 20. And we are meeting the goal to reduce carbon emissions from government and community buildings, as well as working to find new transportation that doesn't require fossil fuels, oil, gas, and other petroleum products. We are working on that. And just by supporting that program and by the help of Rocky Mountain Power, we are working to put solar power and wind power to work to run our government buildings. Now, you can support these programs as well. If you are a customer of Rocky Mountain Power, you can join their Blue Sky program. And as you see here at the zoo, we have many solar panels in different places, and we are getting more all the time to help reduce those carbon emissions. And these programs have Diego, Maverick, Mira, and Nika's seal of approval. Thank you so much for joining us here today for the Pet training. We hope you have a wonderful day here at the zoo, and if you have any questions, I am happy to answer those. Thank you once again.